Alright. Hopefully my volume is okay. Profile image can take you to the channel. Oh, okay. I'll click off of that there. I'm gonna turn my volume up a little higher. I wonder if fireworks will start again. I usually turn the volume down because of the fireworks. But yeah, how's it going, everyone? Trying out Twitch again. Heard it was a good idea, so that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, hope everyone's doing okay. See, we have a couple people in chat. Thanks for stopping by. Gonna be working on this picture here of Caerula from Battle Angel Alita. For a bit. I'm gonna be doing like some sort of like work through where I'm trying to like figure out how it's gonna look as far as the like when I'm trying to finish it. And I'm sharing the link around, so give me a moment. I don't have any cool stream stuff yet. I see when you share a link from Twitch, you don't really get an icon for it. That's odd. Wonder how that works. Like when you share it, it's just this. I wonder if there's something else to that. Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, I wonder why. I think I've seen a couple people. Let me change back and see. I think I've seen a couple people when they share a link to their Twitch that they get like a screen grab of what they actually have on their screen, what they're working on, and that kind of pops up. But it's not doing that for me. So I guess there might be something else to it. I think that's about it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite characters here from the series Battle Angel Alita, and gonna try and put some shadows on her. See how that turns out. Alright, kind of done with sharing the link around. And let's make sure everything else is set the right way. Cool, seems right. It's nice that you can actually see the chat box the way it is on here. So I'm thinking, I have the background kind of different here, or separated more so. I already kind of have the lighting source, so I could go through and make that more apparent as well. So I think I'll do some flats there, but since most of this stuff is kind of already dark, I don't have too much to do here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I had to restart my computer today as well. Wasn't acting correct. Take this and just gray. Of course. Okay. Just take that off. Okay, there we go. So I basically just selected the background. Well, actually, selected the character art so I can kind of just put everything where I wanted it to be. I think this is a little bit too... It's a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna just focus on certain areas. Kind of fill those in with where I believe the shadows should be. I've been kind of looking at a lot of value study stuff recently. I'm trying to like stay off of social media, so what I've been kind of doing is just managing my Pinterest accounts, which I don't usually spend time on at all. But it feels like more and more recently I've been figuring out like, hold on, like Pinterest is pretty cool. Can really do a bunch of things on there. So I've been really just gathering references and learning from everything I can. So that's been pretty cool. Been using it more so for like anything, I guess, like tutorial stuff, working on upcoming projects and things of that nature. But yeah, since I've been looking at value stuff, I was hoping it would help me out on like working on illustration stuff. I think it has. It's basically like a mental exercise type thing. Like for me, it's like when I don't have time to just draw, I just give myself something to, I guess, be busy with. Even if it isn't art stuff, you know. But when it is art stuff, and I can like look over things on my Pinterest account or whatever, and kind of get a good gist of things that I need to think about when I'm working. Okay, so I want the lighting to be coming from this side here. Oh, of course I can't draw that there. Just like that. So I'm gonna just kind of go around everything with this value here, and I think I'm gonna select it, like gonna lasso tool it and grab as much as I can, and after that I can change the opacity of it. I think that'd be pretty cool. I had this idea a long time ago that I guess I'm still gonna work on, but I'm gonna just talk about it with you guys as well. Um, I have this really simple way of naming things. So when I say the name, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say the name. I had this idea, right, about like how you could create a sphere of information around what you were doing and like what you wanted to learn, and like basically you could use this thing to level up your portfolio, learn new stuff, you know, and stay on target for what you were trying to learn and do. Um, I was always gonna work on it and like eventually put it out to the public or something, but I gotten so busy and I guess I pushed it too far back. But recently I've been thinking about it more because I've been finding more and more tools exist to kind of make that thing more possible. And that makes me happy because it means that some people have already figured that stuff out. Um, but also, by it being more accessibly possible, it means that um, I don't have to like reinvent the wheel to like give people that information. It's probably stuff they're already using. So when I finally give out that information of how to kind of do what I'm thinking about doing, it won't be something that people aren't already interacting with. But it's essentially using a few programs in tandem, you know. Things like Pinterest, YouTube, Discord, and some other things. But basically, yeah, you could definitely stay in the know about what you need to be working on or what you should be working on by just making like Pinterest boards, playlists, things like that. I have a lot of videos on like my watch later list on like YouTube that I hope to get to one day, but I don't know if I will. Oh, and if anyone has not seen Battle Angel Alita, or more so read it, if you haven't read it, read it. It's good. I know Alita technically isn't like underground or nothing like that anymore, but still there's still a lot of people who haven't read it. They don't know a lot of the characters at all. And a lot of people know about the movie. The movie's pretty good. For what it does. And I like the movie as well. But I'm telling you, like, a lot of dope characters in that story. A lot of good stuff happened. A lot of good world building and stuff like that that's in there. Let me actually move this out of the way here. Okay. try that and see what that looks like. Looks okay so far. We also know that, well, this isn't gonna be as dark, I think, because it's supposed to be like snow on her boot, like underneath of it. So I'll probably lighten this part of it. As far as the opacity goes. Now I'm gonna put on this color joint here so I can see things more. I'm gonna pick like red. I believe this is supposed to be a leather material from what the manga showed me. I hope I did an okay job with that then. But I definitely could work on my rendering of leather a little bit more. I'll get there. Hope everybody's doing okay today. I'm just kind of enjoying working on the picture. Usually working on my comic book pages. Didn't know what I should work on today on stream, but I figured I want to work on this as well. So I'm probably coming back to the comic book pages soon, but not right now. Pretty hot today. It's like 89 degrees, so about 90 degrees right now. Yeah, being on Pinterest more, looking at the boards that I created, kind of allowed me to kind of figure out more of like what I really enjoy looking at from like even my own art. So it's kind of like, I guess, my own quote unquote aesthetic, right? For my art. And I like a lot of different art, but I guess there is some unifying qualities between, like, I guess some of the things I like. And I don't know, just looking at boards like that had me kind of confront it more. It was like, you do the thing where it's like, like that, but not like that, or like kind of like that, but not like that. You just kind of be like, kind of go through both of the things that you think you like, and then you kind of single out the things that you really like about it. So you start realizing that there are some things that you like, but you don't completely like. Like, for example's sake, I know I like things that are graphic, but they don't necessarily have to have black in them to be like uh, uh, contrasty or whatever. They don't have to be graphic like that necessarily. You could get close to it, I guess. I do like things to be more contrasty. I don't like things to look perfect. I like that there's a feeling of someone made this by hand to some degree, or humanness to it. Which means that there's an amount left in the drawing that feels, I guess, like not correct, if you will. Like, I guess some of my favorite backgrounds, like one of my favorite background artists is the guy who worked on the Tech on Concrete art, the background art. And he mainly just draws in pencil, and he also paints. But like the way he does stuff doesn't look like he's like controlled, or like he's forcing himself to use a ruler. Like, he'll draw some really good looking backgrounds, detailed. You got your texture. He can draw very well, so the stuff looks good. It just doesn't look like he spent all his time making sure that things were quote unquote like perfect, or like you look at like a picture of it and you look back at it and it looks like that picture. It's like, no, it has more character and personality than that. And I think that's another thing that I like. Like, I like that guy. I'm also okay. I realize I'm okay with flat color, or just small amount of gradation between tones. I'm not necessarily there for very painterly look to things, actually. That's not what I care about per se. I actually care more about line work and the personality you can put in that than how your brushstrokes look when you paint. So yeah, I was learning a bunch of that type of stuff, and I was just like, you know what? I think that's why I'm gonna start leaning more into just pushing my initial line art, and then just, I don't know, like, I want to blend a little bit though. Like, I want to blend a little bit. I don't find that bad at all. But I'm learning that I don't like things that necessarily look realistic or like a painting per se. But they could be. I feel like my favorite rendered material is like chiaroscuro stuff, which is basically very contrast heavy. So it's basically playing a lot with black and white, and pushing the graphical feeling of that picture. It also can feel very moody, and like you don't get everything from it, like something is hidden about it, which I guess works really good for like gothic art or something like that. Or it can lean also into something like what's it called, noir art. So I don't know, I'm still figuring it out, but I think it's cool. Sorry for sneezing in you guys' ear. Alright, so where's this gonna go? Yeah, there was this one panel where like I zoomed all the way in and noticed like, oh snap, like she has like this little bag here with the stuff in it that she's kind of sprinkling out. That's really cool. I'm glad it was not some sort of ability of the sword thing. Hey, how's it going, Thero? Glad you could make it. Oh, it's on that. How's it been though? Pretty good. Finally got some freedom, so I'll be getting back to my comics. Nice. It's always good. Yeah, I was gonna work on comics today, but I had these illustrations in front of me, and I was just like, you know what? Gonna try and work on those today. About to see what this Patreon and webtoon life like. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to promote all that stuff, you know? Like I'm doing a web comic or web manga, whatever, and I'm doing a lot of stuff, honestly. But I'm trying to figure out how to promote it so that enough people can see it and it gets traction before I start trying to promote something else. Either that or just do both anyway and just see whatever happens, you know. Because honestly, be nice to be able to just, you know, work on your own series and get paid to do it and be financially stable somewhat. That would be great. We'll love to get there, but gotta figure out more than just one way to do it, because that could always fail. So gonna have to think about different ways. Hey man, you brought it up. You spitting. I've been seeing more and more people do it though, and that's really good to see, honestly. It's like, you know, people are like, yo, like, here's the base level you can get in to, like, pay me to check out my series or something, and some of them put it behind, like, a paywall or something like that. I don't know if I'll do it like that. Well, no. Actually, what I think I'll do is, as I'm posting things on Webtoon or something like that, what I'll probably do is, like, okay, whatever chapter we're on, I'll probably offer the whole chapter for a certain price, and it'll be probably beyond base level. It won't be base level, like, I don't think it will be. I think it'll be the second one, because right now I think I have, like, my Patreon is set up where as though it goes like, the first tier I believe is like $3 maybe. It's either $1 or $3, but it'll at least be second tier, like $3, $5, something like that. That way, like, okay, if you want to read the whole chapter, like, before anyone else does type thing, you know, like, I'm probably going to put out consistently for Webtoon, like, $5, I mean, my bad, 5 pages at a time as I'm uploading. And then maybe I'll put behind a paywall, like, okay, here's the whole chapter. If you don't want to wait for me to keep, like, uploading, like, once a week, you know, until 20 pages are out or something like that, you can just pay me to, like, read the whole entire chapter. And that'll put you ahead of everybody else. Something like that. Yeah, so far I've been enjoying some of the fan art stuff I've been doing. I want to do more, but right now I'm focused on just getting this stuff done. And doing it whereas though I like what it looks like at the end. I'm gonna do a lot more stuff faster later. Or as I do more of this, I'm gonna get faster more so. Alright. I think the lighting's looking okay. Alright. 1 second. Where is... Alright. But yeah, alright. I think my volume should be back. I believe it should be. Alright, it is. Cool. But yeah, as far as like bringing this back a little bit. Oh, okay, we're doing the thing again. But yeah. I was thinking about like the whole style thing. And I was just like, you know, it's a good thing to figure out. Because what you're really trying to figure out, a lot of people say, oh, your style will come to you. Sometimes it will. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I feel like, alright, say your style does come to you, but you don't get why it works the way it works, or you don't get that you have opposing forces in your style. Like things that don't actually work together. What you're doing when you're building a style, in my opinion, is you're building a feeling. You're building an experience over time. What's the feeling someone's gonna have when they look at your art? What's the emotion they're gonna have when they see it? Now you could say, I don't know, right? But the stuff that you enjoy, the media you enjoy, the comics, characters, the games, all that stuff has an overall feeling to it. Rhythm, flow, makes you feel a way when you think about it. The colors of the characters you like also have the same vibe to them. And because of that, they give off a feeling. And every part of art gives off some form of feeling. If you neglect something, it takes away from it to some degree, right? Like the line work you choose, the compositions you choose, the colors you choose, the values you choose, whether or not you use a texture or is it flat, gradations that are smooth or not, like all that stuff actually does like go into the overall feeling of what your art feels like over time. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're designing that. You're designing someone's experience. You kind of gotta imagine it like, what would that be? A good example. What would it, designing a style feel like designing? Like, what would it be like? Like, I guess it will be designing the overall feeling of a movie. Like, you go see a movie, you watch it. There are certain things that stand out in that movie. And then you leave the movie with something. You leave it with the amalgamation of all the stuff that you felt during the film. And then you go, well, was it good or bad? What stood out to you? What was the things that could, I guess, be worked on or something like that? Like, what stood out to you more so, though, right? Like, a lot of people don't even think about what could make something better if they were okay with it, necessarily. Some people don't even have the mental thought to even care about something like that. If they enjoyed it, they enjoyed it. If they didn't enjoy it, they just say it's bad anyway, right? So that's what you're kind of doing. You're designing the experience. You're designing how someone could feel about a thing, right? So how you place this character in the shot, it's like how you do your cinematography, right? How you do like your negative and positive spacing. Is your line work thin or thick, or is parts of it thin or thick? Do you have that situated a certain way? Is it sketchy? Is it like perfectly, like everything placed line work wise, color wise, all that stuff? You're designing that whole thing. And when someone looks around at your piece, when they look at it from afar, they see this, right? Or if I put a color there, they see that, right? I could even turn that on, right? They see this. This is how it's sectioned off. Negative and positive space, right? Then you have what they're going to end up looking at, which is your character art, right? And they're going to be like, okay, well, this is the positive space. This is where everything that the person who designed this for me to look at wants me to look. So I'm looking at all these details. And you go, how does that make me feel? Are the details or are the shape language sharp? Is it round? Like, what does that say? Sharp, usually dangerous, right? Round is usually, soft and approachable and things of that nature, Square is usually, what is it called? Stable, right? So, by understanding those types of things, you can design a better overall experience. But more so, you can understand what you end up giving people more. A lot of times we have to end up asking people, hey, what do you think of my art? A lot of times they just go, I like it, or I like the way you draw faces, or something like that. You gotta kind of like do both. You gotta kind of figure it out for yourself, and also feel out what people are getting from it. Because by having both of them kind of figured out, you'll be able to go, oh, okay, when I do this, people feel this way about my art, and when I do that, it changes the feeling. It does this. So what's the what's the biggest thing you're doing to get that change to happen? And then you can kind of not necessarily manipulate, but you can curve how they feel, because your stuff is gonna have a different feelings with it. Hey Kai, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. We're how's Cleveland, bro? Okay. I like what's that? What's going on there? So at this point, I got kind of a lot of the stuff I wanted down. I'm gonna change a bunch of things here and there, but for the most part, I technically use this like a flat mask that I can kind of like work from so far, right? My process ain't perfect, but I'm still figuring things out. But that's fine. But like, yeah, I can take this and I can use this kind of like a mask, and also like light value. So I can also take it and make it lighter. I mean darker. What I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. So that's the value that I chose to go with, right? And that's really light. Technically now what I can do is just make this. Wait, is this on? Yes. Alright, so I can take this. Click in the wrong place. Take this, go over this little checkerboard joint, right click, you select from layer, create a selection. And now what I've selected is only where I just put those marks down. Right? And this is good if I need to darken things, right? So I can take the same exact value, make a new layer, put it right on multiply, and now I can kind of go, okay, like, she has light hair, but I know that this area down here is a bit further away from the light, so I can now darken that a bit if I want to, right? So I can start getting darker here and there. And, you know, I think that I can do this better, right? Can I just do this as a clipping mask? Clip to the layer below? I might be able to just turn this thing off, because it takes my attention. Okay, good. Yeah, that's how you would do that. So yeah, I could do that. And that's what I'm gonna do. Go over things, make things darker here and there, and I can kind of play with the values like that. And I can also technically use the opacity slider and keep pumping up the values the way I want them to be, because this might be too dark, and I can just make it lighter with that. Do this. Her hair should be rounded here, so I can round that. Okay. I'm already liking the way this is looking. I don't think I'll do much of this for her fur here. Maybe like on the ends here and there. I might even soften that. Alright. Kind of looks light right now, but I see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Kind of just building up the values though. It's mainly what this is. Or what I'm doing. Now the good part about like not changing your value that you're using is kind of like, imagine if I made a mistake, which I did, right? With like making that clipping mask, right? If I made a mistake with that clipping mask, I didn't go as far as necessary on certain parts of filling in shape. If that's a thing, if I didn't, then that means I can go right back and use the same value and on the other layer. Now, obviously, if you have your color history turned on already, you don't have to worry about that at all. You just kind of go ahead and make sure that you find your value you are using and just keep going with the process. But honestly, I don't know. I'm okay with how I'm doing it right now. But the good part is to know that there's many different ways to do the same thing in these programs. You just gotta figure out what the best solution for you is and keep using it until you find something better. I guess I can also turn on this color joint here. That looks like that. I don't think that even changed. Okay, fine. I'll be okay with that for now. There goes the fireworks. Hope you guys are drawing as well if you got a project to work on. I will eventually get music stuff on the stream, but at the moment I don't have it. as you can tell. Okay, see, I missed a few things here and there. Alright, so far it's looking decent. I like it. Why isn't the other one on? Probably because it would cause too much confusion. And just go around these shapes a little bit. Okay. Go through these parts here. Alright. Oh yeah, I heard that the Record of Ragnarok anime was not looking good. And I didn't think it was that bad, you know. And then I took a look at it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm good. Like, like, I just want to create a really good manga. I do not aspire to get an anime at this point. I'm just like, nah, man. No, I'm not even a Record of Ragnarok fan. But like, dang, like they had to do it like that. That joint was rough. I was like, yo, maybe trying to get an anime just ain't the wave. Like I get it, it's a great advertisement for your work, but man, like if it's gonna look like that, man, I don't know. Shoot, I don't know. Animes these days that are bad are doing more harm than they've ever done. Cause like I think there was an anime called X Arm, I think, and X Arm didn't look so hot, right? And it got its own thing that it was adapted from canceled. Like that's how bad that joint was. Like it was so bad that it got the thing it was inspired from, the original manga, canceled because of how bad the press was, I assume. And I'm just like, man, like imagine being like, oh yeah, what a great opportunity. I can get an anime and it'll be on Netflix. This is great. More people gonna check out my series. And then it's just like, yo, we canceling you. Why? What happened? I thought everything was going well. I even just got that anime. Yeah, the anime was the problem. It's like, what? Like, what happened? It's like, it's horrible, and people aren't even looking at your work now. Like, they're adamantly just going out of their way to make sure they don't see it. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel the series now. It's like, what? I'm good. I don't even want to get an anime at this point, because jeez. Seen a couple of videos of people talking about it. And again, I didn't think it was that bad, but there was this one fight. I think it was Zeus versus Adam. Man, they were doing stuff with them panels with like the animation joint that I've never seen. Like they almost tried to stylistically get away with not animating it, bro. I was like, oh my god, like, no you didn't. Really try that. But Netflix said, yeah, we cool with it, and just put it out, so. So for the most part, I was definitely right for looking at it like, yo, why is Netflix trying to get this thing in anime already? Like, it hasn't even been around that long. But I don't fault them for trying that out. I just think that it wasn't the right move to do right now. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to go around the areas like her hair, and I'm going to lighten them a bit. Or what I could do, since most of this stuff is dark, is I could use this, duplicate it, make it darker, and then go around all the light stuff and erase it. So that's what I might do. So I'll do. Oh. Didn't do that correctly. Okay, so mainly I only did that to her hair, but I like that. I'm gonna go back over it a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do more, or I could do like this type of thing. So that could be cool. But that doesn't actually fit the shape. So it'd be like, let me see, make this bigger. Whoa, that switch. I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And you know what? I'm okay with some of that right there. Alright, so now I can go on a different layer, use the same value, and kind of put more detail here and there. At least that's what I thought I'd be able to do. Should be exactly. Oh, it is. Okay. Take off both of these clipping masks. Oh, never mind. I see. I see. Okay, cool. So with the clipping mask on, I can just kind of go over everything here like this. Any of the holes that I had left. That's pretty cool. Alright, so far I think I like it. Is everything on here? What is that? Oh, it's a copy and edit. Alright, so what will we do now? So So again, this is my technically my mask or flats for this here, and I like to turn on the background one. It's easier to manage that stuff better. I think I have a little bit of like lighting stuff going on. I guess it's apparent a little bit. I'm trying to push it a little bit more to get more volume. If I can get a little bit more volume here and there, that would be better. Let's see here. Do the inside of the sleeve here. It's better. Same thing here, even more. Okay. I like that. Go over here to this layer. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this value. Which, you know, I don't know if it's the same or not, so I had to make sure I grabbed it there. Fill it in. A little bit that I missed here. Try and make that easier. Okay. And I'm also thinking that some of the stuff could definitely be darker, so I'll definitely go over some things here. So I'll use this layer, and what I'll do is even go darker and see if I can kind of build on some stuff here. This is too dark. Alright. What else do we have? Okay. Yeah, I will definitely probably end up selling this eventually as a print. Like, I'm probably gonna do well, I'm gonna do multiple things with this, but yeah, I'll probably definitely sell this as a print. I'm thinking, even before that, I'm probably gonna sell the original. This is all done on pencil. I'm just kind of going over this stuff here. but it's one of my newest pieces that I've worked on, and I think it's turning out okay, or it turned out good, right? Like pencil wise, I think I like the way it looks a lot. It's actually darker than some of my later pieces. I didn't expect that, but I was really trying to push her leather, so I was really going at it with my pencil, but it could be better as well, you know? Could be better as well. I'm not really pushing the lighting as much as I think I should, but I also don't think this picture needs like crazy lighting per se. I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying anyway, because it's just that it's subtle, you know. This stuff here. What if I duplicate this? All right, things got a bit darker, and I think they're a little bit more seeable as well. Why is this on? Okay, that's what that was. So this one is this on as well. It does. Alright, there we go. That's what was missing. That's exactly what was missing. I was like, why is it so light? It had one of the layer color joints on. So I'm going to turn this one down. I didn't even need it. I didn't even need that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Why does it feel like it got darker just now? Okay, so where do we stop? Around about 60. I think that's what it was looking like. Now if I go up to like 70, that's what that looks like. I'm gonna put it down to about 60, and just gonna go above this and make a new layer and put it back on multiplayer. I was about to say multiplayer. I was about to say that. Oh snap! And it's raining again. We can also play with the opacity, so might need it to be like a little less than that, around like 30%. And I think that's kind of what I want. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. So here's the thing. I'm gonna take this actually, and where's this thing? I'm gonna put this. No, I shouldn't do that. Oh, I know. I'll drag this to the top. Put it down here, and I'll put a clipping mask on for this. That way I can stay on everything here. Wait, no, not that. This. I think I can turn that off. Oh, I can't? Ah, so close. Alright. Why? Wait, what did I copy here? Oh, wrong layer. Okay, that's why. Alright. There we go. Undo that. Put this above this. And put this on it. Yes. So I can turn this off now, right? Yeah. That's what I wanted. Wait, now it's not showing up. What's happening? Oh, it's because I really do have to do that. Okay. Fine. What I'm trying to do here is kind of play more with the lighting a bit. Trying to make it very apparent where the light's coming from. And I'm just gonna do big shapes for right now. I feel like that would be fine. I don't really like that. Okay. this out from here. This is mainly what's getting hit. It's like literally facing the direction to some degree. And then you have over here, which all this stuff will be kind of facing away from that light. Okay. This part of the nose is also facing away. Here. Underneath the eye. Actually, this ridge of the eye, this part of the eye would be in shadow. What else do we have here? Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty decent as far as putting things in shadow goes. This part is facing away. Down here, it's also facing away. Okay. What else do we have? All this should be in shadow. Right there. A little bit here. Okay. Still doing broad strokes. I'll tidy up on like all this stuff later. But for the most part, I'm just trying to make sure that I know exactly where the light source is, and you do as well. Just trying to make sure it's noticeable. Okay. What else should be in shadow here? Got the hand. This part happening. Alright. Put some values on this here. And this shoe. guessing I should try and put like some sort of presence when it comes to like her sword joint going on, but I don't think I want to do much with that. Just want to do like a little bit with it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna like show like this having a certain amount of contrast here. Just kind of bring your eye to it type thing. Like travel down here and kind of end up right here where this first bullet is. I'll just kind of build up the values here a bit. That could be cool. Alright. Turn off this real quick. Now, in the usual like painting stuff, what they usually do, oh great, is this one of those things where, it is, and then it disappears, huh? Is there a way I can cheat this? Oh, yes it is. Okay, I know what I'll do. I can turn off this, and then I can go ahead and grab where my background is, which should be right here, right? And then all I have to do is select this. It's all my background stuff, right? Computer's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Alright, scroll back up. This is where my clipping mask stuff is, right? Turn it all the way up. You see, obviously I went outside the lines. That's okay, because I'm just going to delete anything that touched the background by using the background selection. I don't actually do a lot of stuff digitally, but I got some sort of tech sometimes. Yeah. So there, I can kind of do that. Turn this down a bit, and that's more in line with kind of what I wanted. See, I missed it right there. So now I can kind of go over my edges, you know, making, like, I can make some of them more rough or more soft if I want to. I'm definitely going to do that, since that was kind of like one of the things I really was thinking about. Let me get something to drink real quick. Hope everyone else is staying hydrated as well. Oh snap! It's 85 in the studio right now. Hype. That fell. Does anyone use Audible, by the way? I've been thinking about using it or getting it to use, but I haven't. Yeah, I'm thinking about it though. There's definitely some books that I do not have time to read that I was just thinking about, like trying to get back into, at least listening to stories. I think at this point what I do is like I kind of like listen, or no, I read comics when I can, right? Like when I can, I'll read some comics. You know, that's pretty cool. That works out for me. Oh, okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I read comics when I can and whatnot. And that works for me when I get a chance to do that. But I'm thinking of getting more into like stories. And I just haven't done it yet in a while. Gotten back into books. See, I'm kind of just softening these edges, though at this time I'm thinking like, I didn't like the first thing that I just did, but I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna be okay with that. It's not that crazy. I'm gonna soften some of the edges where the light's hitting, so that things aren't so, I don't know, crispy right there. Okay. Not erasing out what doesn't need to be there. What else? This stuff here, it's in motion. Alright. Okay. Alright, I really like the way this is coming out. Definitely some small things that I would probably end up editing here and there, but for the most part, I think things are turning out pretty decent. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna end up doing like a Copic marker version of this and also inking it traditionally. I mean, granted, my pencils are kind of at a level where they already work. But if anyone would like to own a version of my inks, I'll have that for them. That's kind of like why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking about things. So, if anyone ever becomes a fan of different things, like some people want to own art, right? And they go, well, I might not be able to afford a full color version of something, so I'll get X, Y, and Z or something. Like when people collect comic book art, they sometimes they can't afford the first appearance or a appearance of Batman in his costume, right? But what they can afford is Batman being Bruce Wayne, right, and walking somewhere or something. They might not be able to afford a splash page or a double page spread, but they can afford a casual scene of, characters walking around and doing something other than something that's like actiony and characters in costume and using a specific weapon. Like those things go up in price because of the fact that they're probably the most wanted things out of the book. For example's sake, right? If Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time on was it Planet Namek, right? That joint would be worth more probably than, like, it will be worth more than everything out of Namek almost, like every time Frieza transformed, like until Frieza transformed into his final form, like that would be worth so much, if you were trying to buy it from someone, So anyway, there are, in our American comic book, sphere, there is pencilers, inkers, and colors, right? And also, there is a pencil version of something, there's an ink version of something, and there's a colored version of something. And if you can get any of those things by hand, and it's the only version of it, then that's, you can, those are really good items to have. And then we have, obviously, what are they? Then we have, obviously, the prints, right? This is the print version. Print version of everything will be, a lot cheaper, and it'll probably be the finished version, right? It'll be a print of the finished version. Maybe you don't like the way this person colors, or maybe you can't afford the original colors of something, so you go after the ink version. At least you'll have that, right? Basically, I'm trying to create like a tier, if you will, like a hierarchy of things, and just selling all those as originals. And what I mean is, I'm literally going to have the pencils. I'm gonna use those pencils to create an underdrawing, and then I'm gonna ink that, and then I'm gonna scan that in, and then I'm gonna use those to create like an underdrawing, and I'm probably going to color and ink that too. So it'll be ink and color, probably on even the colored version, unless I can figure out some way for the printer joint to like be okay, like line work wise. I'll probably ink it again. And that'll basically allow for like multiple people to own the same picture, but for different reasons. If you're a line work person and you want to study or check out or enjoy the line art, you'll have it. You're a pencil person, you like the pencil art, hate that sometimes the art flattens out or something when people ink it, you can own the pencils. And if you overall just like it when it's like you don't care what it is, you just want it to be colored and look good, you'll be able to own that. And obviously, if you don't want to print stickers, all that good stuff, that'll be available over time as well. I think I did this with my link picture I had done a while back. It was a Breath of the Wild style link that I had done, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try this method. This method is not new though. If anyone's like listening to me, I'm like, why? I think I learned about this from what's his name? His name is Bruce Timm. when I looked up Bruce Timm, because I'm a fan of Bruce Timm and his art and stuff. But yeah, when I looked up stuff Bruce Timm was doing, I was just like, you know what? That's really cool. He gets to sell his art and allow a lot of different people to own the same piece at least 3 times, like at least 3 things. Another thing is, I don't think he sells them very like high, and I think it's the reason why he doesn't need to sell it very high is obviously he has 3 pictures to sell. Number 2, it's not one picture with all that stuff on it, right? With just ink and pencil and color. It's literally 3 pictures that, you found a way to do and like implement different things in them to kind of get what you wanted out of them. And since they're not one of ones, if you will, but they're original at the same time, you can sell them for a lot less, which means the more people can own your art. I mean, technically, it also means if someone wants to, if they really wanted to, they could own but all 3. And I would assume, if you had 3 pieces of art, you could make either the same amount you would make from selling a one of one, or a little bit more. What exactly is this here? Oh no. I knew something was off. I'm coloring on that. What else is on here? Okay, I knew something was off with that. Guess I could turn it a different color. Kind of see what I'd worked on. I can't really see much here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can see it now. Since I want to keep that work, I'm just going to copy and paste it off, or cut and paste it off the layer. Which is this. Weird. Why don't I see anything? Is this supposed to be a flipping mask thing? Shouldn't be. Oh, it's on the wrong. Okay. What else do we have here? It's a little bit too dark. Go ahead and save. So adding a little bit more values to some of these shadows and stuff. Alright. I think it's looking pretty good. What else would I like to put here? Something there, there. Kind of pop those forward a bit. The way it's looking. See if I can also do something else real quick. Still don't like that a big portion of this feels like, I don't know, like it's too light here and there. Okay, I know what I'll do. Delete this. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. Where is this thing at again? It should be green. Grab this. It's a slight cheat I'm gonna do. What happened to the layer I was just on? I guess I put it below. Is that it? Yes, it's here. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're going to do a gradation, and I'm just going to try and cover everything and figure out what the light source is going to be. And now I can't see properly. So what I'm looking at here. Pick grid so I can see everything. So is it here? Where is it? That's okay. It's not everything's in some form of shadow. I mean, oh, could have just turned this up. Wasn't even that, wait, why is that not? What's happening? Why is that not? Weird. I'm confused now. Why is it only, oh, I understand now, I understand. There we go. That's what I was kind of looking for. Okay, so since that's like that now, I can do that. Oh, that looks interesting actually. Can lighten this up a bit. Maybe around like, it wasn't already that dark anyway. I'm gonna put it around like 50 actually. I think that's decent. And now kind of lighten up even more certain areas. I'm gonna just use a hard brush here Can't really see. Oh, okay. Alright. Sure. I mean, it's not showing up right now anyway. I know, light doesn't necessarily work this way. What's happening? Kai. Kai, you good? This man's wilding right now. Calm down, bro. I think for the most part, yeah, it's kind of what I was looking for as far as like what I felt like was kind of missing. Will it stay this way? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna stay looking like this. Well, it's not, obviously, since the red and whatnot, but like, for the most part, again, it's kind of what I was feeling like was missing from the artwork. As far as the lighting goes, anyway. Alright, turn this off. And it's something we'll definitely not be able to see very much, but yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Alright. Alright. I think this is where we're gonna leave it for today. Let me go ahead and save. Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for coming through today. If you guys are new, make sure to, I don't know, follow me on Twitch. I haven't set up my Twitch channel completely yet, but yeah, if you haven't followed me on Twitch, follow me here, follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I'm usually working on comics and illustration. Yeah, and today I wanted to work on this picture of Caerula from Battle Angel Alita, the manga, because I don't think she's ever been animated, and if she were, you would know about her, because she's that good, she's that dope, she's a dope character. Please read Battle Angel Alita. They'll probably never make a version of her in the live action, because getting to her would be insane, just to... They set up her like a superhero movie character, and I'm telling you right now, Alita is a character. She is not. You cannot put her in a box of being any one thing. She's a full-fledged character. So, she does what the hell she wants. But anyway, alright everyone. I don't really know how to raid people. But, yeah. Gonna go ahead and head out of here. I'm gonna talk to you guys probably tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, everyone. See here. Alright, what's that do? Share. Oh, I could have just pressed the share button. Wait, if I click that. Oh, is that how they do it? Let's see here. How does one raid a stream? I don't know. Guess you don't yet. I think that's the thing. You don't yet.